But beyond the MTC, why do times tables still matter in 2025? Why should we bother spending the time with them, do you think?
Yeah, that's a great question, John. And I think it's really helpful to think of times tables and teaching and learning times tables similarly to how we think about phonics. So teaching times tables, that isn't the end point in itself. It's to allow children to then be able to unlock and access wider, more complex areas of maths, such as fractions, such as decimals and algebra and so on. So it's really so important that when we're teaching times tables, that yes, we want them to be able to rapidly recall the times tables, but we also want them to be deeply embedded so that moving forward, we can build on those facts and we can connect new facts to them. And it also, if we make a really good job of teaching times tables and we use a strategy-based approach and so on, we're also building that really rich number sense alongside developing that times table fluency, which, as we know, builds confidence and so on. So I think it's absolutely critical that we see times tables as a way for children to access their more complex areas of maths.
And not knowing them just for the sake of knowing them, but actually because they open the door to other areas of maths, as you say. And also because, is there an argument that it reduces that cognitive load when you're solving a multiplication or a division or a word problem or fractions or decimals, percentages,
100%.
all those things
Yes.
that all rely on multiplicative reasoning?
Yes.
There's a reduction in cognitive load, isn't there, if you are able to recall the times table without having to calculate it every time?
Yeah. 100%. So that's, a really, really key point, that we want children to have the facts at the fingertips. If that means using a strategy really, really quickly. So Jo Bowler, maths professor at Stanford, she admits, and I do the same, that I don't have the facts locked in using memory. I use a really, really quick strategy, and she does the same, and lots of us do that. So as long as we can use a strategy really, really quickly, so we've not got that overload for those of us who really struggle to memorize, then as long as we have got that rapid recall so that we're avoiding that cognitive overload, then absolutely that's really, really important, so that we can problem solve and we can use them to solve fraction problems and division and so on.